know to turn the lights out.
Hey everybody, this is Natasha from MakeupInSFC. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing the second installment in my Best of 2015 videos. And today we are going to be talking all about the brows. So if you know me, then you know that I love brows. I'm obsessed with brows. I pretty much talk about brows all the time. So it is just so fitting that I can just spend this whole video talking about brows. Today, we're going to be talking about my favorite drawer. This is my favorite drawer in my Muji set, and I just have tons of brow products. I'm always using different ones every single day depending on how I'm feeling or what I'm doing. So I wanted to talk about a few of my favorites that I had in rotation this year. So if you're interested in talking about brows, then please keep on watching. One of my favorite products of this year has to be from European Wax Center. This has been my favorite brow product to use because powders are what I feel are the most ideal, the most natural for me. And so this is a baked powder. I actually just bought this because they were having a promo, buy 3 get 1 free something, and the European Wax is where I get my other things waxed. And so I bought this without even knowing anything about it. My friend who works at European Wax Center loves their brow products, so I decided to jump and try it. And it turns out to be the perfect color. So this is in the color Venice. It has a cool toned brown, and it has it in a darker brown and a lighter brown, and so I love mixing the two together depending on which area of the brow I'm working on. Of course, I use the darker color for the tail of the brow, then I start to mix the two as I come inwards. I just love how this powder lasts, how easy it is to work with, how pigmented it is, and it's pretty inexpensive. To be honest, I don't remember how much it costs, so I will place the price right here or list it down below, as well as the other products that I talk about today. But I can't get enough of this, and it's almost like the never-ending gobstopper because I keep using this powder and I just never get to the end. It's a baked product, so it really isn't something that I would expect to hit pan anytime soon because it is curved, but it's just some good stuff, and it's a really nice compact case. It gets pretty grubby, but if you use products a lot, that's going to happen. So this again is in the color Venice. Another brow powder that I like, and this is the one that I'm wearing today, is from Ardell. This is in the color Dark. This is actually their old version. I think they have a newer version, which I have too. I didn't really get on well with this one. I mean, it's okay, but I prefer the old one because I do like this darker grayish granite kind of color, because when I mix it in with the brown, it makes the perfect color for my dark brows. I have darker hair, I have for a really long time, and I would suspect if I did lighten my hair, then I could, you know, gear more towards this lighter color. But for now, I love looking for cool toned colors, more of that ashy brown color, and this is one of the really good products that I like, and it's inexpensive. I get mine at Sally's, and you can too. It comes with little tweezers, a brush, and a little sponge tip applicator for highlighting under the brow, but it's an all-around good set. It also comes with a highlighting powder that is really easy. So this is really good and compact, especially if you're traveling. Another brow powder that I found at Ross is actually from LA Colors, and so this one I used a lot in the beginning of the year. And again, it has those ashy brown colors, and so I like mixing all of them together depending on which part of the brow I'm working with. And this is really inexpensive. This is $3.99. And if you buy it online, you can also get it for $3.99, but I found it in Ross. Ross really has those jewels, you know, diamonds in the rough, especially when it comes to cosmetics. So if you find something really good, you'll find it at a really good price. So this is again LA Colors Brow Kit. It only comes in one color, medium, but it has the 3 colors, so you're able to customize the color that works best for your eyebrow. Alright, so Wet n Wild is an oldie but a goodie, and so this is something that you can also find at the drugstore. Really inexpensive. I think this is $2.99, $3.99, whatever it is. It's under $5 for sure. And so again, it has that really cool brown that I like to use, and it has the lighter brown so that you can mix it up to make a little bit more of a natural front to your brow. It also comes with the wax. I don't really use the wax, but you're welcome to use it so that you can keep your brows in place. And it's a really good way to have the color catch on to something. So that's why I like to use brow gel to do that, but you can also use that wax for that purpose. And it also comes with really cute tweezers and a really cute brush. Brow gels. Now brow gels, I get very like, I'm not very picky with them, so brow gels, if it does what it needs to do for whatever price it comes at, then I appreciate them. So my ride or die, something that I've used for so long, I think even before I started filling in my brows, I used a brow gel just to keep my hairs in place, and I used the e.l.f. Clear Mascara. And so this comes with two sides. I'm sure you've seen this before. It's really inexpensive. It used to be $1, now it's $2. It's still cheap, but I'm like, hey, it used to be $1, it should stay $1. And so I use them interchangeably. One is supposed to be for your brows, the other one's supposed to be for your lashes, but I never really put clear mascara on my lashes. I'd rather them be dark, but it goes a really long way, and especially for $2, this lasts you a really long time, and it's not such a heartbreak to go pay for another one when you run out. So definitely keeps your hair in place. Get this one. If you want to get fancy, I really like the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I haven't tried the tinted brow gel, but the clear one works really well. It's hairspray for your brows. It stays in place. It will not budge. I wouldn't recommend combing them after this is already set because you will rip out your brow hairs. It's just not safe because once it sets, it's ready. So another brow gel that I like is from Milani, and this is the Milani Brow Shaping Clear Gel. This is a really good one because it doesn't have the strongest of holds, so when you are brushing through your brow and you just want them to stay in place before you fill them in, this is a really great one to use because, like I said, it doesn't really hold the hairs down so much that when you comb them through, you rip them out, unlike the Anastasia one. This one has a little bit more flexibility. It's also inexpensive. I think this is like $4.99 at the drugstore or at CVS's and stuff like that, and Milani always has those deals where you can get them at a discounted price once you buy another one for full price. So I think I will repurchase this again. It's been a while. I like to go through different brow gels anyways, but I do remember having fond memories about this one. So when I don't want to fill in my brow, but I still want a little bit of a tint to them, I will definitely use the Maybelline Brow Drama. This is their Sculpting Brow Mascara. This is a really good one because it gives you the tint and it sort of like extends the hairs so that it fills them in on the places that you don't have. So this is a really good one. I know that I tried the Benefit Gimme Brow and I didn't really like that because I still felt like I had gaps, but using this mascara on its own, it's really good because it builds on itself. So it builds on the fibers of your brows as well as the ones that they put on, so it almost makes like your hair longer and a little bit thicker. So I like this one. This is in the color dark brown, by the way. As far as pomades, I really do like, this is the Anastasia. This is my second one. This is in the color ash brown. This is the pomade. It's really easy to get a nice natural brow when you use the tiniest amount. So if in case you are someone who doesn't want to do the gel step and you just want a hold for your brow, pomades are really good because then you get the hold with the tint and the shape and it's all in one. So I really, really like this. This is $18 on its own. They have different ones at the drugstore that have been trying to compete with this one, but I always go back to Anastasia. She's the queen of brows. For pencils, what I really love this year is the Anastasia Brow Pencil. This is something that I've used for years. I've gotten my mom to use it. The tip is really fine, so it really makes it easy to make brow-like hairs. It's pigmented enough and waxy enough that when you start to glide it onto your brow, it doesn't pull the hairs or make it really difficult for you to build up the color. So that's what I really like about it. The only thing is it can become tedious to pay $18 every time you want to repurchase it because you run out of it rather quickly. When you use a brow product like this every day, you run through it really quickly, and so you're going to have to buy a new one. So I started to venture out into different brow products. When I first started out, I actually used Define-A-Brow, and it really goes to show that I do like these thinner pencils because when you do draw them, it makes it very easy for you to draw the shape of your brow and then filling in so that it looks natural, looks realistic. And so this is in the color medium brown, and this is really inexpensive at the drugstore. This is something you can get for less than $6. The only problem that I have with this pencil is that their color range is very poor. Like, there's maybe 4 colors, if that, and most of the time you can't even find the color, and so you're forced to buy it online. It just becomes kind of a hassle to find it. But when I do find my color medium brown, it looks really good in person, but then when you get into really harsh lighting, you can see how red this color pulls. And so if Maybelline ever came out with cooler toned browns, I'm all about it. I will convert back to this, and it's something that I highly recommend because the texture of the pencil is really good, and it also draws lines really well. The pencil itself is not too brittle that it breaks on you all the time. It's a strong pencil, and it's waxy enough that it keeps your hair in place, but you still need to use, as with all of these pencils, you still need to use something like a brow gel to keep the hairs in place. But I really, really like this, especially if you're on a budget, and especially if you can find your color. As an alternative to the Anastasia, I decided to look at NYX's release. And so this is, I still have it in a box actually because it's my backup, but they have a similar pencil, and to be honest, it's almost the exact same thing. Let me open it. Their pencils are pretty much exactly the same. They almost look exactly the same, except maybe the length of the caps. But it's the same concept. It is a thin, very fine tip pencil. It comes in a range of colors. I'm actually between colors, so I like the colors Espresso and I think it's ash brown or medium brown in the NYX range. And so those are the most similar to Anastasia medium brown in case you're looking for a dupe. I wouldn't say it's a perfect dupe because this pencil, it's good at what it does. It gets the job done. It allows you to use the fine tip to make brow-like hairs, except it's not as smooth as the Anastasia one. Yeah, it doesn't drag and it doesn't pull out your hairs, which is why I keep repurchasing it. But it doesn't have that like waxy texture that the Anastasia one has. And so I will keep repurchasing this because this is $10 versus the $18. This comes with less product, but 2 of these amounts to 1 of these. So if I got 2 of these for $20, that's only 1 of these pencils, and it's the same amount of product. So 2 of these equates to almost 1 of these, if that makes sense. That's math. Maybe I'll write the equation. Anyway, so when I'm in between Anastasia pencils, I like to go through the NYX pencils because I feel like they do the exact same job. This is kind of like my weekday pencil, and this is my going out pencil. So I really like all of these products, and this is something that I've been using throughout the whole year. When it comes to tools, I have been a convert to getting my brows done for years and years and years, since I was 12 and in 7th grade and first started messing with my brows. I've always done them by myself, but as I've gotten older and a little bit more wiser, I've gone to the professionals to get them done. But when I do want to tweeze my brows, or I'm like in between waxes or something, I will tweeze the little hairs that I know really don't belong, like the ones on my eyelid, and so I go to Tweezerman. Tweezerman are my favorite ones. I get this is the mini one, and then this is something that I just found at Ross. This actually has a little comfort grip to it, so it really helps me to have control when I'm pulling. And so I'm obsessed. Like, I used to be obsessed with tweezing so much that I could get those little tiny hairs, and these really do a good job doing that because they're just the slanted ones too, but I'm that good. I can get the little ones. And so those are my favorite tools. To highlight the brow, this is no surprise if you've seen any of my videos. I'm pretty sure I've used this pencil. This is the Milani Brow Eye Highlighting pencil, and so this is in the color matte beige. I like the yellow toned more just because I think it complements my skin tone. They also have a more pinkier tone, and then they have one that's like a dual-ended. It has the brow filling side and then the highlight pencil. And so this one comes with a matte side and a shimmery side, so whenever I'm feeling fancy, I can use a shimmering side, but most days I use the matte side, and I'm actually almost done with this one. I already have the backup, and it's a really nice creamy pencil. It's something that blends really well, draws lines really well, and does exactly what you want it to do, highlight under the brow. So I'll just take that under the highest points of my brow, and it just makes it look that much cleaner. So those are my favorite brow products of 2015. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already so that we can be friends and keep doing this. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for brow products, I'm a fiend. So definitely give me suggestions. You can comment down below so that I can try something I haven't done already. I went to the drugstore today. I went to Walgreens and I saw that Wet n Wild had a new display. I had to hold myself back because clearly I have too many products. But I'm always willing to try some more because I'm obsessed with brows. I'm always going to be obsessed with brows, so I'm always going to try new products. So have a Merry Christmas, enjoy your week, and I'll see you for New Year's. I'll see you in my next video for the best of 2015. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! The reason. What am I trying to say? Why did I make it like that? Suggestions for brow products. It's like fuzz. So I'll definitely okay. Video and found it helpful. Oh, and let me know. Okay. Looking for subscribers and all that good stuff. That's so corny. Okay. Already? Almost there. Definitely let's. Damn it! I was almost there.